Leviticus Chapter 6 Verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying. Verse 2. If a soul sin, and commit any of these things which are forbidden to be done by the commandments of the Lord, though he know it not, yet is he guilty, or in the day he is aware thereof. Verse 3. And if he commit one of these abominations among his people, then prepared the people shall stone him with stones, and burn him with fire both for the man that committed the sin, and for the people. Verse 4. And the priest shall take cedar wood, and hyssop, and scarlet, and cast it into the midst of the burning of the heifer. Verse 5. Then the priest shall wash his clothes, and he shall bathe his flesh in water, and afterward come into the camp, and the priest shall be unclean until the even. Historical context. During the time of Moses, priests were responsible for maintaining ritual purity within their communities to prevent spiritual contamination. Verse 6. And he that is the owner of it, being an heir or a widow, or sold his heritage, shall not anything that is holy unto the Lord be dedicated thereto, because the firstfruits are the Lord's. Verse 7. In the which they burn incense when they go before the tabernacle of the congregation in wilderness in the way. Verse 8. But he that doth any such work, him will ye esteem as a native, and thy sojourner shall be like one born among thee, and thou shalt take no usury of him, nor firstfruit. Verse 9. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee become poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondman. Verse 10. But as an hired servant, and as a sojourner, he shall be with thee, and he shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee. Historical context. The Jewish calendar marked every 50th year as a time of release for debts and property, when slaves were freed, and land was returned to its original owners. Leviticus Chapter 7 Verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying. Verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man of you or of your generations shall be unclean by reason of a body of death, or by going near to a dead person. Verse 3. Or if he touch any unclean thing by touching with his hand or foot, or with his flesh also. Verse 4. Then shall he purify himself with it on the 3rd day in running water, and on the 7th day he shall wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in water, and be clean at even. Verse 5. And the persons that are defiled by the dead body of any man or woman shall purify themselves on the 3rd day. Historical context. The laws in Leviticus were given to Moses for the Israelites' life under God's covenant. Verse 6. And whosoever toucheth any such thing as hath the issue thereof, shall wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in water, and be unclean until the even. Verse 7. And they that eat it of the flesh of, or whatsoever is slain by him in cutting down a tree with an axe. Verse 8. Shall wash his clothes in water, and bathe his flesh in water, and be unclean until the even. Verse 9. And if any such plague do break out in the land, he that shall touch it when it is brought forth to him to make a fire thereby, or water to rinse therewith. Verse 10. Shall wash his clothes in water, and bathe his flesh in water, and be unclean until the even. Historical context. Priests also were required to follow these laws of purification to maintain their ceremonial cleanliness. Verse 11. And for him that doth touch any creeping thing to have an uncleanness on him. Verse 12. And whatsoever the ground upon which he walketh, be it defiled with the carcass of a man or with blood. Verse 13. From all uncleannesses wherein if a person come near to it shall be unclean. Verse 14. This is the law when any one dieth in a tent, whosoever toucheth anything that is under his bed, and hath not washed his hands therewith. Verse 15. Shall wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in water, and be unclean until the even. Historical context. This chapter focuses on laws for maintaining purity from death and impurities to protect God's people from defilement. Leviticus Chapter 8 Verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying. Verse 2. Take Aaron and his sons with him, and wash them with water. Verse 3. Thou shalt put upon Aaron the holy garments, that he may minister unto me in the holy place, even the holy of holies before the mercy seat. Verse 4. Thou shalt put upon him the mitre also, that thou mayest put the holy crown upon his head. Verse 5. And his sons shall put on coats, that they may put on the breeches on Aaron. Historical context. The priesthood was an essential part of ancient Israelite society, with the priests serving as mediators between God and the people, offering sacrifices and performing rituals to maintain spiritual purity. Verse 6. And thou shalt gird them with girdles, Aaron and his sons, and put hats on them, and the priest's mitre shall be upon his head, that he may minister in the holy place, the high places of the congregation. Verse 7. Thou shalt take one young bullock, and one ram out of the flock, without blemish. Verse 8. And thou shalt bring Aaron and his sons unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and wash them with water. Verse 9. And put upon Aaron the holy garments, that he should have holiness in the heart of those who are called. Historical context. In ancient Israelite practice, ritual purification was essential to remove impurities from both people and objects before approaching God or performing sacred rites. Verse 10. Then shalt thou take the anointing oil, and anoint the tabernacle, and all that is therein, and shalt consecrate it, and all its vessels, and the altar, and the laver and the stand. Verse 11. And thou shalt bless them, that they may be for Aaron and his sons, to anoint withal. Verse 12. Whosoever he be of Aaron's house, that hath a blemish in him, shall not approach to offer the bread of his God as of the Lord hath said. Verse 13. The man whom there is no more blemishes, and whose hands are clean, so that his son may serve before the Lord. Leviticus Chapter 9 Verse 1. And it came to pass on the 8th day that Moses called Aaron and his sons, and the elders of Israel. Verse 2. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings in sacrifice to the Lord. Verse 3. And Moses said unto Aaron, This is the thing which the Lord commanded, saying, Go into the tabernacle of the congregation among the people, and take there from the midst of them 2 kids of the goats for a sin offering. Verse 4. And bring near to the tabernacle the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and the altar of incense. Verse 5. And dress Aaron and his sons that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. Historical context. The Levitical priesthood was established by God to provide spiritual leadership for the nation of Israel. Verse 6. Then went up Moses, and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. Verse 7. And they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were a paved work of sapphire stone, and as it were the very heaven for clearness. Verse 8. And upon it the appearance of the likeness of a throne, as the appearance of a sapphire stone sat on it above.